Since TED Talks started appearing online in 2006, they've gotten more than 1 billion views. The talks on topics like science, technology, philosophy, and poetry have been praised for spotting trends and highlighting innovation. They've also been bashed for being too white male-dominated, too corporate, even too powerful. And now UC San Diego visual arts professor Benjamin Bratton has chimed in, calling the talks middlebrow megachurch infotainment. Bratton joins me now. Professor Bratton, you actually gave a TED Talk ranting against the talks. What's your criticism?
My criticism is that we need an open, robust, democratic, public discussion about technology, design, the kind of world that we want to compose and make. And I think, unfortunately, TED has become sort of the default format for how it is that we can talk about this. And so its limitations, which are a kind of new age marketing speak, happy talk, where speakers have to evangelize the idea, have to try to convert people into this. Its limitations are amplified. I think that the problems that we face, the topics, the things that we need to be talking about and engaging with are not given to tidy, just so solutions. They require a deeper, more concentrated and considered and thoughtful response.
So TED curator Chris Anderson in The Guardian said that, look, you know, we can't have these talks be longer than 18 minutes. And in terms of evangelizing, there is a certain level of emotional connection that's required between the speaker and the audience. He also said that society is too deep in their own trenches and loses visibility of what's going on in the rest of the world. What do you think of his viewpoint?
Well, I think TED contributes to that, to the sort of short attention span like this. I mean, look at any particular TED conference. You've got an astrophysicist, a juggler, a kid who invented something to cure cancer, a solar-powered bicycle repair kit, you know, a whole mix of things. So after all of these, the audience sits through this and they don't know what they've seen or anything. We need to go deeper onto any one of these topics. Now, I never said that we could change the world in a 15-minute talk. This is obvious. But the fact that he confuses the idea of a open, robust, emotionally connecting public discussion about these issues with TED, as if TED equals that, as if TED is the only way in which we can talk about these things, as if it's kind of shallow evangelical zeal is the only way in which people can be brought into these discussions. It's the only way you can connect with an audience. It's the only way people are willing to go with you somewhere. I don't think it's true. I give people more credit than that.
So these talks get something like 2 million views per day. Why do you think they're so popular?
Because people want to be part of this conversation. Because people have interest, they have outrage, they understand that we need to be doing more. They want to participate in it, and this is what's available to them. This is the format that's available. It's the same reason that people who do really good work oftentimes we'll do TED Talk. We do really good TED Talks, and some of the talks I think are great. It's because it's the format and the medium that we have available to us. And if you want to get it out there, or if you want to participate and be part of the discussion from the audience side, that's what's available. But it's inadequate. It just doesn't work.
But do you concede that there might be some impact? I read
Sure.
that back in 2012 there was a Canadian anthropologist who wrote about the sacred headwaters in British Columbia, and that there happened to be a Shell oil executive who was listening in on that, who was actually in the audience, and that a few months later Shell decided to abandon its plans to drill in that region. So that's impact.
Without a doubt. I mean, considering how many TED Talks have been done and how long TED has been going on, it would be statistically very unlikely that there weren't very good things that would come out of it in different points in time. And I don't deny that. Again, I've had lots of friends, do talks. But to me, I think what you've just described is like what happens when you have an inclusive and uncensored discussion about the key issues, such as what is ecological governance and what are the responsibilities of different kinds of institutions? What are the time spans by which we need to be thinking about the kinds of choices that we're making? And if we're having that discussion, then you're going to have outcomes like this. The question is the rhetoric of TED, the format of TED, the discourse of TED, the fact that TED is this big marketing and media company, the fact that TEDism, the TED Talk Society has become so much a part of our technology and design discussion, are there better alternatives? Yes, absolutely.
And we have your full presentation on our website, kpbs.org. Benjamin Bratton, thanks so much for coming on the program.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.